Your mic. Oh, your mic. Your mic is still mute.
Is my mic fine now?
There you go. Now it's
All
fine.
right. What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Aging Potheads. I am Big Brother Boss, aka the Funky Monk, and with me is my big brother Tony, or little brother Tony. I don't know how it is.
You older than me.
Tony. Miss Candy is not feeling well and won't be in tonight, y'all. She sends her love, and she will be back in next week with us. Man, it's been a week. Let's go ahead and light up. Let's blaze, y'all.
I'm with that.
Exactly, for real.
No, I don't think you need to blaze. You forgot I was just a guest co-host tonight, and you were waiting for me to hit that play button.
I know.
I was staring at you. I'm like, bro.
I know, right? I know. She said, "Hey, fellas, I guess that must be Miss Candy watching us from home, using the Aging Potheads."
Candy?
Yeah, I know that's probably her, because I know
I hope you're feeling better.
I do hope you are feeling better. And what I'm smoking on tonight, I am smoking on Green Crack, which is a sativa, one of my favorite sativas. They call it Green Crack because it hits you fast. Sometimes it leaves fast. It doesn't leave me fast. I stay high for a while. So this is a long-lasting high for me. I don't know how other folks might might deal with it, but me personally, it definitely keeps me, keeps me up, and it keeps me going. If I'm watching TV, if I'm chilling, like right now, this is a good thing. I gave this 4.5 blunts, only because the brand is okay, but I don't like the taste. It has a tinny taste to it, almost like it's been sitting in metal, So
I don't know. That's one of my favorites. I can't complain with it.
Yeah. Normally I don't. This one just has a tinny smell. I mean, a tinny taste to it, like a tin, like it's sitting in a can for a while. But hey, it is what it is. I gave it 4.5 blunts. And as you can see, I can't stop smoking it. But also, y'all, starting this week, we have the strain of the week. The strain of the week this week is Northern Lights. Northern Lights is an indica, and it God, I have my notes up here, y'all. Excuse me. I have my notes here. But it is a hard hitting indica. And it is definitely it's not my thing. I don't like indicas, but it's heavy hitting. It has a lot of sedative properties. It also sedative means it puts you to sleep. Has a couch lock effect. I've had it before. It's one of my girl's favorite strains because she's an indica girl and she loves the shit. Not one of my favorites, but it is heavy because when I smoke it, I'm like this. I'm not. Have you ever smoked it before, man?
Northern Lights, no, I have not.
Okay, next time I get some, I gotta roll you up a blunt of one.
All right, sure.
All right. Now, a lot of my information, y'all, I get from Leafly. So if you head over to Leafly normally is what I use for my information on a lot of weed. on a lot of weed
Hey,
reviews.
can I ask you something, bro?
Huh?
I mean to interrupt, but is this gonna be one of those nights where we're just gonna say a lot?
I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna
Hey,
try
I'm
not to.
guest co-host. I gotta give you shit.
I know. And folks, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? Where are you watching from? Let us know. Now, before I go on, over the weekend, we celebrated the Lunar New Year, and there was 2 tragic shootings in California. One in Monterey Park, one in Half Moon Bay. That's one in Southern California, one in Northern California. Total in all, 18 people lost their lives. There were countless people who were hurt, especially in the Monterey Park shooting. Both suspects, one suspect was apprehended. The other suspect took his own life. I want to send prayers and everything to the families involved in that. I'm sorry, I said again. It's really getting hard to talk about. It's almost, I don't want to be desensitized to it. You know what I mean? Because it
Right.
becomes a point to where we are like, we always hear about mass shootings, and in the United States alone, and we're only 25 days into the year, we're at 44 mass shootings. That's
Gonna be a rough year.
That's averaging what, 2 a day now, pretty much.
Something like that. Because you gotta figure double the number where we're at. We're only at day 25, so
yeah,
at least 50.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
So you said 44, right? So almost double.
44. Yeah, so and like I said, that's as of the other day. You know what I mean? I really hate that that's what's going on. I really hate shootings. Prayers to all those folks there. The suspect for the Half Moon Bay appeared in court this morning. I'll get more updates as that comes up. They did say he was a disgruntled worker. However, there's information that one of his former co-workers had a restraining order against him. So we'll definitely keep you updated with that, y'all. I hate giving bad news like that, but that's why I do it at the beginning of the show. That way we can get it out of our systems and move on with it here. Because there's always debates and things. I'm not here to debate anybody. You can debate with your mama. I'm here to smoke. I just reported that, y'all. Rest in peace to all those involved in this situation. That wasn't a joke to be insensitive. That's just what it is. Now, let's get on to some real shit, y'all. Now, Tony, you know how the younger generation always think they better than the older generations. You know what I mean? That they do this, and that.
Yeah.
Now, I know we talk about sports, but I'm talking about former NFL Hall of Famer, cornerback, Super Bowl champ, Shannon Sharpe. He's a famous Gen Xer.
Yeah, I know.
He was at the game. He was at the Laker game last week, and of course, LeBron was being covered by, I believe, Ja Morant. I can't remember his name. However, what occurred was at one point Shannon got up and said, "Your ass is too small to guard LeBron." And so this player, another player, Dylan, I think his last name is Dylan, decided that he said, "Fuck you." And, Shannon Sharpe was like, "Well, fuck you." And then the original player he talked to, his dad decides to get up. And that's when Shannon was like, "You don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke." And you know what? I tend to agree. These young kids, y'all might have hands, but y'all don't fucks with the likes of Shannon Sharpe. Have you seen this man's hands? He is a Gen X. he do not give a fuck about y'all. He will, you know, and y'all gotta understand, Gen X energy is worse when we mad. You know, y'all talk about Air Force One energy. No. That black Air Force One energy ain't got nothing on the Gen Xer like Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean? And let's be clear, he apologized for it because he wanted to be the bigger person. He just wanted to let you know, I'm apologizing before you just get your ass whooped. Because you was gonna get your ass whooped, your daddy was gonna get his ass whooped, the whole Grizzlies team bench was about to get their ass whooped by a dude in a cardigan. You know what I mean? Now,
that's funny.
We don't ever resort to violence in certain things, but you remember when we were younger, Tony? That's how we handled things. If we weren't really vibing with our friends at the time, you know, we had to work out some frustrations. We fought. You know what I mean? We had a fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, we had a fight.
And then we got over it.
Yeah, whoever won. You pulled each other up, cleaned each other off, and then went to go drink or whatever the case may be. You know, when we were kids, you know, we ran to the store and stole some shit to drink. You know, but
yep.
But you know, and that's all Shannon Sharp would have did in this. It would have been a helpful ass whooping. No hard feelings involved. Just hey, I just had to whoop your ass real quick. You know what I mean? Oh, that's all right. See, there you go. You're putting things up, man. I'm not even paying attention.
I'm not touching it. My bad. I was touching it. I left it up.
My bad. And Miss Candy says, I agree. Uncle Shannon was going to lay Ja and his dad out. And I must agree. He didn't want none of this smoke. None of it. But yeah,
well, you know what they say these days? You're going to fuck around and find out.
Exactly. But fuck around and find out has got to be the motto for Gen X. I mean, it has to be. Because, you know, I've known you for quite some time, Tony, and that's always been your motto since I've met you, is fuck around and find out. And that's anything in life, you know, in life, at the store, buying gas. With you, Tony, it's always fuck around and find out.
Look, it's nothing personal. It's just I don't like people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be honest. That's why I'm not sure how I'm going to get my business off the ground per se. Because, like, even recently, a model just irritates me, and I'll tell her what it is. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some people, you know, some people you got to know. Some people you have to let know. I don't know what's wrong with some of these kids nowadays, but they just really need to get their shit together. That's pretty much.
You want me to be honest about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I'm going to be honest, bro, I want to tell you like this. What's wrong with these kids? Look at the goddamn parents. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that is one of those things. If, you know, parents were a lot more involved with Gen X, and even though they weren't home a lot, when something happened, they got involved. And us as Gen Xers, we were actually sort of scared to do shit. You know what I mean? We were scared to get out in the streets and show out because our parents might kill us. Remember what your parents said? If you die, I'm gonna fuck you up. Now I didn't want to die because I didn't want to get my ass whooped. Now to a kid, that's the real. As you got older, you realize, well, fuck. If I'm dead, why would my mama beat on my dead body? But I didn't stop to question that. I didn't. Why?
No, listen, I want to tell you like this. I remember hearing where kids were talking about, hey, my mom will bring me back from the dead with a fucking paddle just to beat my ass senseless before I die again.
Exactly. Talk about you play too fucking much. That's what you get.
Exactly. I'm good. Just let me die.
Yep.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. But nowadays, like, you know, Miss Candy just said, parents don't whoop asses no more. And a lot of these parents are punks. And a lot of it is the way society looks at it, because I'm starting to see that spanking is coming back, but now with sort of instructions. But we always sort of knew. I sort of knew not to spank kids out of aggression or anger. I would spank them to
Right.
discipline and correct them. But nowadays they say any form of that is fucking abuse. Is it though? Is it? Because
Look at our generation. Look at their generation. You tell me if it's abusive or not.
yeah, because right now we don't find out that they find out that oh, you got trauma. What the fuck you mean we got trauma? What we did was we embraced our trauma. Our trauma became part of us. You know, our trauma became part of us.
It taught us what to do and what not to do in life. Nowadays, kids ain't taught that, so they just do whatever the fuck they want. Like the story I told you about before the show, where the teenager that hit the mother with the baby in the stroller, freaking, he got killed over an altercation over a girl.
Exactly.
About a year later. Look, if he was taught lessons, if he was taught the right way of life, he wouldn't be out there still doing stupid shit had he been taught a lesson from the actions he did the first time. He only did 5 to 7 months in juvie camp.
And that's crazy. And my thing is, yeah, we went to juvie camp, but nobody wanted to go to juvie. People would rather go. Shit, when I was a kid, the way they describe juvie, I'd rather go to an adult prison because I heard it's almost 10 times worse than an adult prison in juvie. You know,
a lot more hotheads, with shorter tempers. At least in prison, you got a chance at least glancing at somebody and not getting your ass whipped. In there, you get your ass whipped just for glancing.
Exactly, and that's not what I'm about. Let us know, y'all watching us on Twitter, y'all watching us on Facebook as well as YouTube on our replay. Go ahead and let us know your thoughts on how Shannon Sharp dealt with the Grizzlies. I personally felt he did well. I do understand that the apology was warranted given his status with the community. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He was wrong, but me as someone who's close to his age, he's a Gen Xer, I understand where he was coming from, and sometimes you got to whip these kids into shape. Now, like I said, what he did was wrong. Just like he said in his apology, he admitted that he was wrong. He took accountability for it. Something y'all kids should learn about too.
Oh yeah, you got to own up to when you do something wrong. That can't go unnoticed, whether if you're a celebrity or not. It's a pride thing. We know we done fucked up. We're gonna admit that.
Yeah, and that's strange because now when you watch these television shows, when it's time for accountability, they start saying, I feel attacked or I'm triggered. And I hate that shit. Now, I understand people have triggers. I'm not putting down people with legitimate triggers, even people who say it. But your mental health is no excuse to be an asshole. You know what I mean? Your accountability is your accountability. And I believe in our generation, we held accountability. We were held accountable. Because a lot of it was fuck around and find out because our parents weren't home a lot. You know what I mean? I had to take a drag. Now, we were kept home a lot. Now, when we were younger, I don't know if any of y'all remember government cheese. I know people my age do. These kids nowadays might not remember it. But when you were...
Why do you have to bring that up? I was enjoying telling people the other day I felt like a young buck. Now you done messed that up.
Old is a state of mind, man. Old is a state of mind.
Yeah, well, my old ass my state of mind went bye-bye. I already done smoked my way.
I get it.
Don't die now.
I'm not. Okay. Back to my story.
That was almost like when you used to sit there and smoke on the cigar. Remember when you used to smoke cigars on the show? Yeah, and then you started choking.
Yeah.
That was like, you could have been on Pornhub.
Yeah. And I choke way more with cigars. Because I know I'm not supposed to inhale, but then I'll say something or do something funny. Anyway, back to my story. We had government cheese, and government cheese used to come in these big 5-pound blocks. Best shit ever. Now, I mother wasn't home one day, and I was like, I've watched her make cheese toast because she used to make us cheese toast. And what she used to do, turn on the oven, stick it in the thing, and wait for our cheese toast to go under the broiler. Now, as a child, I didn't understand that this process only took about a minute and a half tops. However, I just put it in there and went back to watching G.I. Joe. Said, hey, I'll come back when the next commercial come on, get my cheese toast and be a happy child. That's when I learned that when you got something cooking at 500 degrees under fire, it's not going to turn out well after 5 minutes. And I found out the smoke house was full of smoke. I opened up the windows, tried to fan everything out before my mom got home, but she smelled it. I got my ass whooped. But I was held accountable. But that speaks to what we said. As a Gen Xer in my generation, we learned, we had on-the-job training. We didn't really have a training manual. Our parents weren't home. We saw that they did a lot of shit. We saw they did the shit. I saw my mother make me cheese toast hundreds of times. But that nuance, I didn't know. I did not know that nuance, y'all.
I have a good example of that for them.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So basically, if you've ever worked at 7-Eleven, then you youngsters know exactly what I mean by hands-on training. There's none. Like, you don't get training. It's just hands-on only. So at 7-Eleven, what they do is they will literally just throw you out there and say, hey, good luck. Ask me any questions if you need to. I'm sorry. Would you like to show me how to work your register a little bit, perhaps?
Exactly.
Instead, I'm just over there randomly hitting buttons. I'm like, oh, that one's a fuel. All of a sudden, I get this notice from my manager. She goes, did you turn off all the fuel pops? I was like, oh, is that what I meant by stop?
Exactly.
I didn't fucking know. My bad.
For real.
If you want to know about hands-on training, look at 7-Eleven. You'll see what we had to go through as Gen Xers. Go out there. Good luck.
I get it. Now, in other news of young folks, we're back on this Blueface and Krishan thing, y'all. It's crazy. Last Friday, Krishan. Well, let me explain. Krishan and Blueface. Blueface is a rapper. Krishan is a reality TV star as well as a music artist. Also, however, and they have
She's
this
not
real.
the one that threw the chair, is she? Is she the one that threw the chair at that one dude's podcast at his house?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not really up on that. I do apologize. They do have a reality show. Miss Candy, if you're listening, just pull it out and see if you can answer that question for us. However, Krishan announced that she was pregnant. Krishan had announced that she was pregnant. Yeah, she said yes. That's the guy who got the chair thrown at her. Krishan said she was pregnant. Blueface denied being the dad, calling her, said she was fucking around with countless other dudes. That baby isn't him. And that sparked the beef, Twitter beef. And she said it's his. He's just upset. They'll get back together, that type shit. Now, my question is, and this happened even when we were kids, why is it always we go to slut shaming first? We know we've been fucking around with this girl. We know our relationship hasn't been the best. Why do we automatically go to slut shaming? Tony?
If I had to really comment on this particular subject, it's because it's a guy saying to protect their pride out the gate, and they think that you just want to slut shame. It's like, a girl sleeps with a bunch of guys, she's a slut. A guy sleeps with a bunch of girls, he's a man. It's one of those, to me, toxic masculinity type of thoughts. It's like, first of all, like you said, you're already fucking with her. If you already knew all this, why in the fuck you gonna try to point all that out when you want fucking her when she's doing all that?
Exactly.
So, I mean, that he calling himself out at that point, being basically a cuckold, in my opinion.
Exactly. And And now Candace just said she doesn't want because they don't break up because he doesn't want her, but he can't get rid of her because she's the moneymaker. She is the one who rose to fame being popular on a reality show. He's a rapper. Now, also, let's be clear. I kind of believe Krishan on this one because as a dude, I can't, especially the way I see these young dudes. This girl got this man's face tattooed in different places on her body. I can't see another dude wanting to have sex with a chick and she got a tattoo of another dude's head on her. You know, that's kind of weird to me. You know,
I wouldn't mind it. I'd be staring at that tattoo, being like, "Yeah, I'm fucking your bitch." What? Excuse my language.
Exactly. That's what I said a kid would do. Me personally, yeah, I'm fucking blowing her back out, and then I'm a nut on this tattoo. Wow, that was a little rough, wasn't it?
Nope, that was dead on. Hey, you know how you said we're on YouTube and Facebook and all that? Pretty soon we'll be available on Pornhub. Well, you know.
Exactly. She said rapper is an overstatement. You know what? Everybody's a rapper, just the same way when we were younger, everybody was a producer or a rapper. It's the craziest shit
or
ever.
Or promoter or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's I see the comments. I got a whoa. I get it, y'all. But these two kids, these two young adults, they chap my hide. I gotta stop using the word kids because we're talking about young adults here.
There's still some kids. You think like a kid, you younger than me, period. You was a kid. Sorry. Look, on the East Coast, we call everybody kid. It don't fucking matter, you know, if you're just even a year difference. We're gonna call you kid. Get over it.
Yeah. But like it's been said, they're gonna fuck around, they're gonna get back together, and it's just gonna be okay. And I'm really upset that they're about to bring a child into this world. I'm very
you and me both.
I'm very upset. I know, Tony, this is not your bag, but you know we've talked about this several times on the show. You should know what's going on. These two toxic relationship ass people. It's very unfortunate. And like I said, now they're about to bring a child into this world.
Yeah, no.
I just can't. It's not me, y'all. It's not.
Forgive me for saying this, but maybe that child would have a chance, but probably not being raised by them.
Yes, I can see that.
But at the same time, with all due respect, at the same time, perhaps their way of life will be such a turnoff to the child that they would hopefully, grow up just going the other way.
Exactly. She said, Miss Candy said, that baby swimming in Hennessy and cocaine. Oh shit! Yep. Oh man, that's true.
I agree.
That's true. I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that, y'all. I can't be mad at that, y'all. Now, we're gonna move right along. I do wish Krishan and Blueface the best of luck in bringing this child into the world, and hopefully, maybe this child will grow up well and be well mannered and all the good shit.
I'm having a hard time believing you being so honest right now with you chuckling in between every fucking word. I wish him well. Oh, that's wonderful.
I see what might happen, but I do have hope.
I'll give anybody the benefit of doubt until at least the first year end. If I see that your lifestyle is still wilding out, then that's probably what you're presenting to that child, and that's not cool.
Yes.
But if you're like some of these other celebrities who went from clubbing, wilding it out to celeb fame to calming down when they had babies, I'll give you credit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it. Now let's move on. I'd like to introduce a new segment when we talk about weed culture, especially with those over the age of 35, we start, most people, we're potheads, we smoke recreationally, but a lot of us do smoke, including myself. I also use it medicinally. You know what I mean? It helps me with my anxiety. It helps me with staying relaxed. It helps me with the social anxiety I get also. But then all around, it helps me just function through the day. Now, we always hear about young kids being potheads, but we don't hear about being older kids. However, there are, I did look up 3 benefits here of smoking weed after the age of 35. And one of them is pain relief. As people age, they have chronic conditions and pain like that. I get gout a lot. I really do get gout. And they do have studies that show that marijuana has been shown to be very effective in reducing chronic pain as well as swelling. And it is a safer alternative to what's out there. Say, for example, what's the new thing going around? Opioids. Been around for years. It's better than that.
Yeah.
And although there are some negative side effects to what possibly may happen, but the side effects from smoking versus the side effects from some harmful chemical pill, I think is better. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Number 2,
I agree.
Improve sleep. Now, most of us don't sleep more than 4 hours at a time. I personally don't sleep more than 4 hours at a time. Tony, you can catch him on his porch almost any time of night, sometimes with a blanket and a pillow. I don't know. This is very cold. And also, at our age, a lot of us do have sleeping problems, insomnia, or different ways. Anything that's difficult for us to sleep. Marijuana, especially an indica, can promote reducing the stress and the anxiety, as well as promote relaxation. There's some strains out there, y'all, that if you smoke them, that's it. There's no way you're going to you're not going to get up. You're just going to want to sleep, and that's how it works, y'all. Especially any heavy indica, y'all, you're going down. And I can tell you right now, when you have a good sleep on some weed, especially when you over medicate, if you over medicate, you definitely, it's definitely gonna be some fun stuff.
Be asleep.
Yes, you're gonna be asleep. Now, this is the one Tony and I were a little torn on. It says increased appetite. Some older folks might experience a decrease in appetite, which can lead to weight loss and malnutrition. They do know, everybody knows one of the famous functions of marijuana is the munchies, or stimulation of your hunger, stimulate your appetite. Now, for a person like me, it fucks it up because I love cookies and cake. And when I get a motherfucking munchies, I'm eating cookies and cake. And, when I should be having a salad, but who wants a salad? I have a cookie salad.
I do like salads. You remember I posted pictures to the page before of my salads?
Yes. Now, I did write a whole article about this. You can catch it in the next couple of days on our website as well as our Facebook page. The Facebook page is going to have a link because it's just too much to read. It's going to have a link to our our website to where you can actually read the article. Let me know what you like, y'all. It's my first time writing an article for the website, so definitely let me know what you think, and that should be up. And those were the 3 benefits of smoking weed after 35. And one thing I like about smoking weed is it relaxes me. It gets me ready to watch TV. Now, what I have been watching, y'all, is a throwback to, huh?
Hold on.
Yes.
Sorry, I have to interrupt real quick before we go on to what you've been watching.
Uh-huh.
There's one more benefit to smoking weed over the age of 35.
What
or more
is?
like over the age of 40. If you're over the age of 40, smoking weed can help women who are going through menopause actually get in the mood.
Oh. That's good to know.
Yeah, it sucks to know that too, because my wife, since she noticed that, she doesn't do any edibles or anything anymore. So that means I get zero sex.
Oh man. Well,
So I'm just saying.
they have these very helpful young ladies that hang around the 7-Eleven on Trop and Decatur. They can definitely
No,
help you
fuck all
out.
that. No, fuck all that. Make me some brownies. Make me some brownies. I'll send you Cash App. You open those hair. She ain't gonna have no choice. She ain't gonna even notice until she about halfway through. Unless she already like hungry for brownies, she might be all the way through and then all of a sudden gonna hit her all at once. I'll
For
be a
real.
lucky man that night.
There you go, man. There you go. Now, excuse me. Ooh, definitely what I was watching is that you remember that 70s show? Did you ever watch that, man?
Yes.
That
Yes.
70s show?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that followed Foreman. That followed Eric Foreman and his family and friends through, you know,
The
through life.
90s.
Through life. It started airing in the 90s, the late 90s, 1998. Now, just recently on Netflix, that night, offshoot called That 90s Show has started, and it's on
You mean
Netflix.
spinoff?
Spinoff. That's the word I was looking for, man. Thank you. You know, I'm getting high now. I'm forgetting my words. However, there's a spinoff that started on Netflix last week called That 90s Show, which actually follows Eric and Donna's daughter, Leia, through life. And she visits her grandparents for the summer. So, Red shows up, Kitty is there, and a lot of our favorites that we enjoyed in the show do come back in various stories. And I gave it here. Man, where is it? There we go. That 90s show. There we go. I just had to get that out there, That 90s show on Netflix. I'm so high. I know I gave it 5 blunts. Yeah, I gave it 5 blunts. I don't
You
have
gave
my
it
notes.
5 blunts?
Yes, I gave it 5 blunts. That 70 show on Netflix. It has 5 blunts. It's 10 episodes. They're half-hour episodes, y'all. So it's a quick binge. For people like us. I don't know how y'all feel. I don't know what y'all know what a binge is, but I mean how y'all binges are, or how y'all define a binge. But just a quick binge. It's 30-minute episodes. It's done. And that's streaming on Netflix. And so I was very impressed at it. I hope it gets a season 2, but spoiler alert, they do close up all the plots. So if there isn't a season 2, you still will be satisfied with what they gave you out there. What's up, Tony?
I've seen the preview things for that. I haven't watched any of it yet. But have you checked out the Tulsa King yet? I know I've mentioned it before.
I started an episode of it and I had to stop it, but I got through like the first 5-10 minutes of it. It does look good. It already catches. I'm not a big Stallone person, but I do like the stuff that he's been putting out lately. So
let me tell you, this is gonna be one of them. If you like the Karate Kid and the way you had to bench the Karate Kid, you'll be the same with Tulsa King.
Okay. And my TV's on here, and every once in a while I look over here, and a Tulsa King commercial came on earlier. So I'm gonna definitely get to watching that. I believe that's on Paramount Plus. I don't know if all the episodes are streaming yet.
It comes out every Sunday. I think they're on episode 8 or 9, somewhere around there.
Okay. All right. I get it. So I definitely have to check that out, y'all. It's Tony keeps mentioning it, so I'm gonna definitely have y'all check it out. And if I like it, y'all like it, and let us know without making a spoiler alert, y'all. No spoiler alerts. Just let us know what's going on there. Now, normally, y'all, we'd have a lot going on. We're moving through the show pretty fast. That's because Miss Candy's not here. She is out sick. She sends her love, and like I said, she hopefully will be back with us next week. and we were gonna move into our munchies now. And during a high moment last week, my girl came in from the from the store, and she said, "Oh, look." I said, "What?" And she came up with a bag of Reese's peanut butter animal crackers, and basically it was a peanut butter cookie shaped like an animal dipped in chocolate. Man, that is a pothead's fantasy right there. Those things were nice. They were crunchy. They were chocolatey. They were peanut buttery. Man, them things were fucking awesome. The reason I gave it 4.5 stars was they only come in that little ass bag, and that little ass bag is expensive. I was really hoping that I can get a bigger bag of these things. These things are good. I almost like them as much as I like Reese's Cups, and I love Reese's Cups. You know,
nice.
You know, that's definitely something I like is the Reese's Cups. But yeah, these I gave it 4.5, and like I said, the 4.5. The only reason they get 5 is because the packaging and the price. And I know everything is expensive nowadays, y'all. So definitely, it's a treat. Like I said, it's a small bag. I ate the whole bag in two sittings. Let's say 2 sittings, because one I just tasted it. The next one I was real high, and I was just, you know, I was on it. I was on it, y'all.
It sounds like something I would get down on pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure I probably need at least 2 bags.
Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely. And y'all, what is your favorite go-to munchie? Let us know, because I want to try it. You can always hit us up. I want to know what your munchies are. I want to know what, I definitely want to know what they are, so that we can go ahead and try them out and bring them on the show. And, you know, we've done the snacks before. We're getting that snack table back soon, so definitely y'all just want to check it out.
You know what my favorite munchie is?
What?
My wife.
I can see. I understand that, man. I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. Now, y'all, hey, like I said, Miss Candy's not here. I've said everything I've had here, y'all. I want to thank my brother Token Tony, for showing up tonight. Thank you for coming and smoking with us.
You know what? Time out. No. You still got what? We still got like 12 minutes.
Yes.
So fucking mean good night. Okay, so you said all you had to say.
Okay, let's go there. Let's get the titles down. Let's do it.
My turn. My turn. You can put up just Jeanette's thoughts real quick. I got you. So if you want to put up Jeanette's thoughts, I got a thought for you. Okay. So one of those people I was talking about earlier, I won't give you an example. This lady, she's dumb as shit. You know what? I won't go as far as just reading the damn shit. Hold up. I got you. I know exactly where it's at. So this lady wanted to be a client. Yes. And forgive me for talking like this, and I really don't care who hears this. Maybe all the dumbass people will just stay away from my business. That'd be great. So let's see here. Groups right here. And she is right here. Okay. So this lady wants to hire me to help her with the content and computer stuff. So she's in a group called Models and Photographers in Las Vegas or Traveling Too. She's giving people a hard time for, are you in Nevada? He just said that he was here for a few weeks. So yes, he's here in Nevada because he just said he's here for a few weeks. Okay, she was just being a bitch right out the gate. And then all of a sudden, some people were pointing out that her DM were closed. She goes, I asked to be DM, comments are worthless. I'm in Nevada. Okay, but her ad says, DM me or text me at, and she puts her phone number. As she kept roasting everybody, I'm the last comment on this goddamn thread. I'm just suggesting that removing the phrase DM or text me and just putting text me only would really clear a lot of things up and get better responses. Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Like, these are the kind of people I don't want to work with. If you're going to tell people DM you or text you, and you're getting mad that they're trying to DM you and you have them off so they can't even DM you, what was the point of you saying that? If that's your line of thought, find somebody else to help you. I don't have the patience for that. So yeah, I'll tell you, man. I got a few good examples I can say about this last week. I don't know. I know I haven't talked to you a lot lately. I've been busy. You've been
Yeah.
busy.
Uh-huh. Let's talk.
But hey, let me tell you something. Honestly, I don't know how much more I can take of dealing with people. So I have a nice little thing that I want to talk to you about after the show that you might be interested in joining in on. I don't know. But in the end, I'm going to tell you right now, a guy that I'm working for, this is where humanity comes into mind for me and so forth. Because I'm the type of person, I'll teach somebody who wants to learn.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is the same way, my client. So I'm
Uh-huh.
helping him editing his videos and stuff like that. It's going well.
Mhm.
The encoding should be done by now. And then, we move into a database that then a hoster will come in and grab it. Boom. Well, he's the same way as me. He said, you know what? I can show you the system real quick because I already know most of it anyway. But I asked him the one thing that I was missing. And he turned around without hesitation. Oh, it's this. And he sends me the contact right away. I'm like, damn, thank you. Well, I am excited about doing this.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think that you might like this too.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
I
what
got
was
you.
that?
I just like meeting people that are the same way as me. They want to just
Yeah.
teach me. I'm like, thank you. That's love,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we
Yes.
used to do back in the day. Now everybody in the younger generation wants to sell you all their secrets.
Yeah.
For what? I mean,
Yeah.
really?
And trust me, what you're about to charge me for, I can look up on YouTube and find.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And
Yep.
but this has been going on for years though, man. Now we just got the internet. You know what I mean? Now we have the internet. It's like remember when people used to say, I can teach you how to make money in the real estate game, and then all they really do is you get into these things, you pay the money, and they tell you how to do what they're doing. All you got to do is copy these papers out, print it out, rent a conference room at a hotel, preferably on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, because that's when it's a cheaper rate. Charge all these people just to tell them this all over again. I'm like, yeah, that's a good hustle. It's like,
It
I don't
is,
know.
but to me, it's for the dumb people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's a good hustle, and it's just something that I felt once, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, I see where it's at now.
But the reason I say that is that everybody now wants to sell the game instead of just saying, hey, this is how I did it. There's enough room for everybody to get a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? And excuse me, everybody has a different level of drive too. You know what I mean? I can give somebody all the tools, but if they have a problem with follow through, I don't have to worry about them being competition anyway. It's different between. There's a very much difference between having the knowledge and executing the knowledge. You know what I mean?
No, I dig it. I just live by the old school principle that it takes a village to raise, a child.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a problem dropping the knowledge to somebody who wants to learn it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the way I am. And the fact that my client was the same way just really kind of moved me. It's like not something you see very often.
Yeah. That's for sure. That is for sure. But most definitely, y'all. We always say each one teach one, and we really do got to get out of here. I do know we are a little early here, but like I always say, y'all, please, if you're having problems and you think you're gonna harm yourself or harm others, or you need someone to talk to, make sure you pick up your phone and text or call 988. They have people there who can help you. Like I always say, and I've heard before, we want to talk with you, not about you. And we always post that because suicides, especially amongst people our age, is up. You know what I mean? And I mean, just all the way around, no matter what the age bracket is, it's up. So definitely, y'all, I really want y'all to talk with folks because I hate reporting every week when we are here that, you know, a death, especially sometimes if that death was a suicide. But
Real
yes,
quick, I will make it
yes, so,
super short. Right before the show started, I didn't get a chance to tell you because we already had to, come down for the 5 minute countdown. I
yeah,
looked at my Twitter and
uh-huh.
said that there was a murder suicide that just happened in Death Valley.
Shit. See,
So apparently, the
I don't really,
husband shot and killed his wife, called 911, told them that, and said he was killing himself next. By the time they got there, he was dead.
yeah,
Another elderly lady, before we even started setting up for the show, an elderly lady, I forget, I think in Florida, shot her terminally ill husband in the hospital, had a 4 hour standoff, and the initial plan was that she was supposed to shoot him and then shoot herself.
wow, but couldn't bring it to shoot herself.
Nope, she couldn't. So she had a 4 hour standoff. She was, I guess, contemplating it because they apparently her and the husband talked about it roughly 3 weeks before he went into the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a plan.
That's crazy. And that leads
Yeah.
to another thing, man. But I definitely don't want to get into that tonight. I do
No.
want to think. I do want to. You know, our hearts, our should I say, our prayers go out to these folks. Rest in peace to all the folks whose lives were lost in some of these killings. In these few killings, rather. I do want to thank everybody for watching us. Thank you, Tony, for joining me tonight. Miss Candy sends her love, and we'll be back next week, y'all. I keep saying I'm a lot, my bad. And before we get out of here, y'all, we always like to say we like to meditate, we like to medicate. And as always, my friends, until next time, stay lifted. Good night, y'all.